Welcome to ABC Preschool. I'm Miss Annette, and today we're learning about weather. It's time for 5 fun facts, and I have a little glove. And on this glove I have some pictures that represent different weather elements. This first picture right here is snow. Snowflakes. Did you know this? That no two snowflakes are exactly alike. You know, I had heard that my whole life, but I didn't know for sure. I hadn't actually seen it with my own eyes. But years ago, I went out to put something in my garbage can outside, and I don't know for sure if it was actually like snow came down, because it wasn't a big pile of snow. It was just these beautiful snowflakes that were about this big. They were resting on the lid, and every single one of them was a different shape. It was beautiful. Next, sunlight. Sunshine is the best. Sunlight is made up of all the colors. And when it passes through water, like rain, it makes a rainbow, and you can see all the colors of the rainbow because of the sunlight. Clouds. Clouds are fun. They're so interesting. Next time you're outside or you're looking out your window, look up in the sky and see if you can see some clouds. Now, some days are just cloudy days, and you really can't see, any shapes in there or anything like that. But on a blue sky day, you might be able to see shapes in the clouds. Sometimes they're fluffy and puffy and they kind of look like cotton balls, and other times they're light and wispy, and sometimes they're gray clouds. And why do you think they're gray clouds? That's right, because they're rain clouds and they have water in them. And raindrops, that's another element of weather, is rain coming down. I love to hear it when it lands on roofs, or one time I was camping and I was in a tent, and that was a really fun sound to hear the rain on the tent. Have you ever heard rain falling? It's a very cool sound, isn't it? And then wind. Wind, where does wind come from? I don't know. We can't see it, but we can certainly feel it and see what it does to the trees and to leaves on the ground and to our hair. It will blow our hair. We can see what the wind does, but we can't necessarily see the wind. The weather where I am today is sunny. We're having a sunny day. What's the weather like where you are? Okay, now we're going to watch a little video. And as you watch this video, I want you to watch for each one of these things. Take a look. All right, what did you think? Were you able to see some of these things in that last little video? Kind of fun, right? Not quite as fun as looking outside or being outside and seeing what weather you have in your neighborhood. All right, I'm going to put this glove right here, and now we're going to talk about different types of clothing we would wear during different types of weather. So let me get my little whiteboard up here, and I'm going to draw a sun over here to represent warm weather, and then a snowflake right here to represent cool weather. And then I have this little pile of clothing and accessories that we're going to decide, would we wear this in hot weather or cool weather? So let's begin. Mittens. Are you going to wear those hot weather on hot days or cool weather? You're right. It's going to go over here with our cool weather clothing. Flip-flops. Hot or cold? That's right. That would be too cold. Our toes would be exposed if we had those on in the cold, cold weather. Boots. Hot or cold? Cold it is. They would be too hot with the hot, hot sun shining. A scarf to keep our neck warm. That's kind of a clue that it's going to go right here with the winter clothing. A swimming suit. When is the best time to wear a swimming suit? It is in the cold weather or the hot weather. You're right, right there when it's all hot and warm. A stocking cap to keep your ears and your head warm. Another clue that that's going to go right here with all the cold weather clothing. A short sleeve t-shirt. This might be kind of a tricky one. Where do you think that's going to go? You're right, right there in the hot, hot weather. A raincoat. Where will it go? Hot or cold? It's going to go right there with the cold weather clothes. A sun hat. That's kind of a clue too, isn't it? To keep the sunshine out of our eyes. Right there on a hot day. Sunglasses. You really could wear them in the hot summer, but sometimes even in the cold weather, it's very sunny. But mostly we're wearing them on the hot, warm days. A pair of shorts. That's right. In the summertime. And gloves. Gloves right there, right along with the mittens. So here's a fun little fact about gloves and mittens. This is how you can tell the difference. Gloves have all the fingers and the thumb in a separate little place. This is glove. This was a glove. This is a glove. This is what a mitten looks like. A place for your thumb and all the fingers together in one place. So glove and mitten. Glove and mitten. Can you do that with me? Glove, mitten. Well done. One bright, warm, sunny day, Mrs. Johnson's kindergarten class was at recess, playing on their favorite playground, when suddenly a big wind came up and the air began to become a little bit chilly. This is when they looked up and they saw gray clouds had started rolling in. They knew this could mean rain. Sure enough, no sooner did they think that than raindrops started falling on their heads. Mrs. Johnson called out, "Come quickly, let's run to the schoolhouse and we can watch the rain fall from our warm classroom." And that is just what they did. That was a fun little video, right? Have you ever had that happen to you when you were outside and the weather started out one way and then it completely switched to a different way? It keeps everything so exciting, doesn't it? Now it's time for art. Here's a little project that I think you could do at home. Let's make a weather plate. So here I have just a cheap, inexpensive paper plate, some cotton balls. I'm going to use those for clouds, some glue. I have some crayons, scissors, yellow paper for the sun, and some blue paper for the raindrops that are coming down. So first of all, I'm going to look inside my crayons. And I'm looking for, oh, I guess it really doesn't matter. I was looking for black, but maybe I'll do blue. So let me get the blue out. And I'm going to start by working on my raindrops. So to draw a raindrop, I'm going to first draw a smile like that. Then from the smile, I'm going to come up tall, put my crayon down, and connect to that smile. Then I'm going to do it again. Let's make a smaller raindrop right here. Kind of like if that was the smile, then the top part would be the nose. Smile, the top part, the nose, come down, and then you can make a raindrop. All right, I think that's enough. Let's take our scissors. I'm going to cut these out. And as always, we remember to be very careful with scissors. If we're old enough and mature enough to use scissors, we know that we don't cut things like our clothing, our hair, our friends' or cousins' hair, our toys, furniture, just the project that our parents or the adults in our life have said, it's okay to cut that. So then we know, and then we still be careful. I'm being very careful of where this hand is because I don't want to cut my thumb. That would hurt really bad. Okay, put the scraps over here and then I'll throw them away later. That's another thing. Whenever you're doing projects, keep in mind that whatever you get out for that project and whatever mess you make for that project, you're the one that's responsible to clean that up. It's not the funnest part of the project, but it's an important part of the project. Okay, let's put those right there. Now, this is where that black crayon, maybe I'll use gray. I'm going to divide my plate into 4 sections. So I'm going to make a line that comes down like this. Okay, for our weather plate, because we're going to kind of draw and talk about 4 elements of weather. So here is one line, and I'm going to turn my plate this way, and I'll draw another line like this. Oh, this is great. This is going to look good. You know, I could have used a marker for this and maybe it would have been faster, but I thought, no, because I feel like my students have more access to, a better chance of having access to crayons than markers. So I decided to go the crayon route. All right, so here's our 4 sections. So we're going to have a sunny one, a rainy one, a cloudy one, and a snow one. So let's begin with our rain. All right, we've got a little bit of gunk on the top of the glue. Let's see if it's going to come out. Just a little spot. Okay, there's one. Kind of the size of an M&M. That's what I always told my students. And in fact, for this little guy, that might be even too much. So carefully, I'm going to push him down, try not to get any on my fingers. If I do get some glue on my fingers, I can just go like that. Oh, there's some glue on my finger. I can just go like this and rub, rub, rub till it's dry, and then it's gone. All right, now here, the big raindrop. And another raindrop. Yesterday, where I live, we had rain. Big rain, lots of rain. So much rain that I needed to use my umbrella. It was kind of fun. It was a very cozy day. The clouds were heavy and dark, and lots and lots of rain coming down, which is nice because we need the rain. Okay, now let's do a cloudy sky. I wonder, should I put all 4 of these cotton balls? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm just going to do 3. 1, another M&M size. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, these 3 seem to be about the same. This one's a really nice fluffy one. I wonder if I can kind of just gently pull on these. And oh, look, I can make it a little bit fluffier. Well, I like that. That is going to be a good cloud. That looks much more like a cloud than that, don't you think? But you can do your clouds however you want to. So here we go. There's one cloud. What if I cut this? Ooh, I got my little safety lid on. I'm going to cut this cotton ball. Make it a little bit smaller. Okay. A little smaller cloud. Here it goes. Right here. And another one. Right over here. Okay, there's my 3 fluffy clouds. We've got the rain, the clouds, kind of fluff them up a little bit more. Let's do some sunshine. So, sunshine, I might as well use the blue. I'll just turn it over like I did the raindrops. I'm going to draw a circle. Now, there's a couple of ways. Sometimes when I really want my circle to be great, I take something else that's round and I put it right there and I trace around it. I don't have anything around me right now that's small and round, so I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to just try and do the best I can to make a circle. And I don't want it too big because I really don't have a huge space for it to be in. That's a decent circle. Does it need to be perfect? Of course not. We know that. Our art does not need to be perfect. Okay. Cutting carefully, round and round. See if I turn it upside down. If I'm this way, I can see the crayon. If I'm this way, I can't. And I'm going to put the sun right here. And I want to make some rays for the sun. Should I put the glue here or should I put a glue here? I think I'm going to do it here. It's a little bit bigger. So I'm just going to gently, I'm not going to push very hard, kind of move it around. Go right here. Okay. Let's make some rays. And to do this, I'm going to try an experiment. I'm going to cut a very long rectangle and then see if I can cut some triangles. Do you see how this is on an angle? This would be, if it was cut right here, it would be straight up and down. But right here, it's on an angle. I'm going to cut another angle right there, like that. So it turns it into a triangle. Cut another angle. So from this tip right here, I'm going to go out a little bit. Another triangle. Turn it over from this bottom tip right here. I'm going to cut out, turn it over, bottom tip, triangle, turn it over, bottom tip, and turn it over. That might be enough. Let's take a look. See what we think. So how many do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's give it a shot. I'm going to put those little M&M sized things. 1, 2. I went opposite sides. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Ooh, look. Some of it sunk down. I'm going to give it a little wipe, but I really don't even have to do that because you'll remember that it's going to dry clear, so it won't even notice. Okay, so count with me again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, I can see I want to have 2 more. 1, 2, right there. So I'll get my scissors back out from this bottom corner right here. I'm going to cut up at an angle for a triangle. That's 1, oop, and 2, and 1 and 2. Excellent. You could use a glue stick as well. I just didn't happen to have one, so I'm using just this regular white glue. What? That wasn't supposed to go right there. Look what I'm going to do. Pick it up and move him over. You belong over there. There it is. Love it. Okay, so we have rain, clouds, sunshine, snow. I couldn't think of what to use for snow, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to use my blue crayon, because sometimes if people use blue for meaning it's really cold. If I used white, we wouldn't be able to see it. I could do black, or gray, but I think I'm just going to stick with the blue because that's what I have out. So I'm going to make a snowflake by going like this. Criss, cross, then a straight line down, then a straight line across. Then I'm going to put little circular balls on some of the lines. There's 1 snowflake. Let's make 3, since we have 3, 3, 3. Let's make a larger one. Criss, cross, straight down through the middle, straight across through the middle. Circle, 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 circle. And then 1 more, even smaller. Let's do that. Straight down, straight across. I don't even know if he needs any of the little dots on him. He's just so little and cute. I'm going to give all of his lines a little dot. Okay. And there we have it. Ta-da! A weather plate. Rain, clouds, sunshine, and snow. Well done. Let's do some letter matching, upper and lowercase letters. Let's see here. I've got some sunshines, and I have upper and lowercase of a few of them. We wouldn't have time to do all of the letters of the alphabet. Here is an uppercase D. The D makes this sound, D, D, down. It makes the sound at the beginning of the word down, so we're going to point down, D, D, down. Now I'll need to look through and find the lowercase d right here. So big D, little d, 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 down, D, D, down. Next, I think I'll choose the letter G. G makes the sound of G, like at the beginning of gorilla. G, G, gorilla. G, G, gorilla. And now we'll find lowercase g. This is a really fancy one. That's not exactly how I draw my G's. And one of these classes, I'm going to show you how I make a G. But the sound is the same. Big G, little g, 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 gorilla. G, G, gorilla. All right, let's see here. R. R. The sound for R is like the beginning sound in race car. Race car. Race car. Let me find the lowercase r right there. Big R, little r, race car. Race car. Can you make this sign and make that sound? Race car. Race car. Well done. Next, let's do an E. E makes the sound like when somebody didn't hear something and they say, eh, eh. Can you make that sound? Eh. Let's find the lowercase e right there. I love writing the lowercase e. And in my name, I have 2 of them. Do you have any e's in your name? I go straight out, up and around to make that lowercase e. Let's make the sound again. Eh, eh. All right, do a couple of more. We have a Q. It makes the sound at the beginning of quack. And what animal makes the sound of a quack? What makes this quacking sound? You're right, a duck. So we're going to pretend our hand is a duck. Qu, 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 quack, quack. Good job. Let's find our lowercase. It's a little different than the Q that I make. I put a little curl right there on the bottom of my Q's whenever I make a lowercase q. Is that the way you make your Q too? And last but not least, F. We're going to make a fan. 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 I hope you can hear the sound that I'm making because I don't make a big sound out of my voice with this one. It's really soft. Fan. Fan. And the lowercase f right there. Well done. Our letter for today makes this sound. Hot air coming out of our mouths. Do you know what letter it is? What letter makes this sound? That's right, the letter H. Big H, little h. The H, we go straight down, and across in the middle, connect them. Lowercase h, straight down, up and around and down. Straight down, up and around and down. Let's see what I have in here that begins with the letter H. First thing, a helicopter. Say it with me while making the action and the sound. Helicopter. Helicopter. Good job. A hammer. 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 Let's see. A horse. 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 Good job. See if he's going to stand up. Oh, he is. Another animal. Can you tell what this animal is? A hippopotamus. Let's just say hippo. 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 Good job. Ooh, this is just pretend, play, but if it was real, I could take a bite. It is a hot dog. Let's make the sign and the sound. Hot dog. Hot dog. And finally, a hat. 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 Good job. I'm thankful for different kinds of weather. My favorite is sunshine. My second favorite is wind, just a light wind in the trees. I love that. It makes me so happy when I hear that sound. But I'm also thankful for snowy days because where I live, that's how we get our water to drink and to water our gardens is we get snow in our mountains, and then it melts and comes down and fills our reservoirs. So I'm also thankful for that. What kind of weather are you thankful for? Most of all, even more than weather, I'm thankful for you. You are wonderful, exactly like you are. There is no one in the world just like you. Until next time, bye-bye.